industry of network marketing is one of the most brilliant ideas that exist in today's economy. There are a lot of different opportunities, but one of the most brilliant in the world is network marketing. The way network marketing works is incredible, and I want to help people begin to see it. I want to talk to those that are here for the first time, but also the leaders who maybe are not running like they should be. Oftentimes, I gather with leaders in my group and we talk about how incredible this business is. And a lot of times, if we need to, we'll talk about the reasons they're not submerged in the business. There are many factors, but one of the reasons a leader is not running is because they truly don't believe in the opportunity that they have in front of them. A secret you will discover is you must work on your belief and faith. Network marketing is a business that gives you the platform to construct an organization. In this business, it does not matter where you come from. It does not matter if you've never had opportunities in your life. Your background does not matter. It does not matter which star you were born under. It is incredible. It does not matter if you're rich or poor. I personally know people who have no formal education and are very, very, very successful in this business. It is possible for you to construct a business that is more competitive than people who went to the best universities. You achieve this by giving your groups the tools that you need to transform your belief. I saw the opportunity of Amway 8 years ago. I listened to the suggestions that were given to me, and I started to grow right away. I was told that all the leaders read books. And my question was, which ones are they? What do you recommend that I read to get started? I plugged into the education program that Amway has, and right away I started in on the books. Today, I believe that the most important decision I made was to let go and become teachable. I wanted the results that the Diamonds had, so I made the decision to do network marketing professionally. They told me thousands of companies try to model their business after Amway. And I was also told that new network marketing companies start up every month. One of the books that I read says the economy that we live in today depends on network marketing. But what is incredible is I found out that when I joined the business of Amway, I did not just join any company. Amway is the number one company in the world. It is the biggest network marketing company in the world. I also discovered the education program was a powerful tool that transforms ordinary people into business people. Amway is equivalent to attending Harvard in network marketing. So when you join the business of Amway, you enter into the University of Harvard of network marketing. When I heard that, I thought, this is incredible. When you start, you're going to find a powerful university inside. So who does this business depend on? It depends on you. It depends on each one of us, and today I'm going to tell you what else it depends on so we can start to understand exactly what we need to do. Today, I'm going to give you the master key to this business. I want you to unlock all the doors so that you can become a professional and be good at this. The first key is super important. Outside, we're told to go to a university and get a degree so you could find a good job. So we go to the university to study something about business or some other major with the intent of having a career, which is the same thing as becoming an employee. Today I talk to a lot of people on the outside and they will tell me, I want to open a pizzeria. I say, wow, where are you going to open it? Here, locally. It will be the first of many that I will open. So this person will think that he's going to open many pizza businesses. And my question to him is, do you have an education program that grows your people into a business person? I think, wow, if you only knew how business really works. He thinks that success will come by opening a pizza shop. Do you know people that have started a business? What do they do with their business? If you have a business, the odds are you will never get out of it. So I ask them, do you have an education program in place? So, and they'll ask me, how do you mean? I went to the university, they'll tell me. Where did you study? I'll ask. I studied at a prestigious and very expensive university. What did you study? They tell me business administration. What did you learn that pointed you towards opening pizzerias? And they'll tell me, oh, it's that I'm very good at inventory. And I also excel at planning and I'm trained in marketing. When I signed him up, he told me he studied at the university and specialized in marketing of all things. I as well was an employee when I started my business, and I found out that to be a business person, sometimes we need to guard what we learn in silence. People will point the finger at you and very easily stick their foot out when they find out you want to get ahead in life. The education program can change your outlook on things that you have learned up to now. I learned that becoming a business person has nothing to do with a degree in marketing, a degree in business administration, or in engineering, and it's not necessary to understand the conjugation of Latin words. None of that is necessary. And what I'm trying to say is that after you are done with the traditional university, you do not know how to become a business person. I didn't understand in the beginning. We must develop people who want to learn so one day we can fill this room with business people, creative people who dream, people that have the capability to conquer the world with something that they create out of nothing. Ever since childhood, we're programmed by the traditional education to become employees. We finish the university knowing a lot about political science. We'll finish the university knowing a lot about the administration of business, or we'll finish our education good at math. We are the best at counting in the world, but to be a business person, you do not have to know how to count. When you become a business owner, you will need an accountant. To be a business person, you do not have to know accounting. So to me, it's incredible that the world is not full of prosperous people, full of rich people, full of learners, full of people that dream, full of people that have the capability to compete in today's economy worldwide. Why? Because we lack education. We were not educated to be business people. We were educated to be employees. Traditional education prepares us to work for other people. We're not taught how to dream. We were educated to copy and retain the information to make the grade in order to earn credits towards the degree we want. We're not educated to question the professor. No, 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 no. If we were educated to question the professor, we would have never graduated. I have a brilliant friend, and I ask them, what did you study? And they tell me, no, I was not able to finish the university. And I ask, why? What happened? It's because I was a rebel. And I told them, you're going to be very good at this business of Amway. My friend told me he was never able to graduate. He said I was never able to graduate because I would tell the professor the information we're covering was not worth anything. I would ask the professor, why are you showing this to us? My experience at the university made me feel like they were telling me to shut up and do what I tell you. That's how it made me really feel. Shut up and just do what I tell you to do. Today, I believe that I continued at the university because I did not know any better. To me, it felt like my professors preferred for us not to ask questions and be obedient, just like an employee. I didn't know any better, so I went along with instruction. Why? Because I did not have a business mind. I did not have the mind of a business person. So, my question is, what does it mean to have a business mind? A business mind has nothing to do with marketing, business administration, and has nothing to do with finance. I have people tell me I'm an expert in finance, and I tell them it has nothing to do with this. No, my love, that has nothing to do with it. No, 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 no. That has nothing to do with it. You become a business person without knowing about finance. How do you mean? People will tell me. You have to learn the alphabet all over from the beginning. So, new people who are here, I want to share with you that I was an employee and I studied at the university for 8+ years. I did postgraduates. I had learned a bunch of information. And when I started my Amway business, I understood that my education did not help me to do this business. To become a business person is just like learning the alphabet from the beginning. I sat right there where you sit, and that is why I congratulate new people, because you have the opportunity, just like any other person, to be teachable. A key to this business is when you make the decision to become a business person, this is to let go and to be teachable. The habit of being teachable will make it easier for you to transform into a business person. You have to want to learn. You have to want to grow. You have to want to learn to be teachable. So repeat with me. I have to be teachable. I have to be teachable. Teachable. Teachable is the key. What do we see that happens in our culture? We think we know it all when we finish and graduate from the university. And the reality is, we don't have any idea. We have no clue. We don't know what to do. We don't know anything about the laws of nature. We always finish the university as an expert in what we studied, but the end result is that in order to become a business person, we're not going to use what the traditional education system gave us. And in general, to be a business person, it requires us to use abilities that are totally different from people that only use intellectual intelligence to be an employee. And this is why there are so few business people today. However, there are people in the shadow of their own family, maybe by the use of a tutor, who are constantly looking and dreaming since they were a child. There are a handful of people that reach the goal of becoming a business person. Today, they are legends with huge businesses. There are not many successful business people. If you compare these people with the rest of the population, you will see that they have a different mindset. They have a distinct education that comes from the books. Those people have a distinct education. And now I understand today what this is, and the only way I understood it is when I joined Amway. If I never had joined the business of Amway, I would have never understood how important our education program is to my life. Okay, so what is this really all about? This is the possibility for any person to transform from a cocoon into a beautiful butterfly. To be a business person means to unleash your ability to dream, which is locked inside each one of us. The reason it is locked is because we stop dreaming at the age of 5 or 6 when we start school. The mother and the father and the teachers will start to cut us short. Cut short, cut short, cut short, and cut short. We grow up without knowing the importance of having a dream. We do not have a culture that teaches us how to dream. To be a business person, you must learn how to dream. To be a business person is to use your imagination. To be a business person is the ability to bring out inspiration from within us. Traditional education does not teach us these values. I'm not against people receiving an education, but people have the right to do what they want to do. What I'm saying is that you will use your ability to dream. You will use your imagination, which is key to bringing out the leader inside of you. These secrets are not taught at the university. And in order to transform into a business person, you will need to be aware of these abilities. Network marketing will also ask you to find additional abilities. Additional. There are additional abilities that you will develop. Why? Because when you begin to become a business person in network marketing, you're not going to do what a traditional business person did in the past. In the past, you were required to have capital. What does that mean? In traditional business, most of the time, you have to purchase machines. You will hire employees, and more than likely, you also need computers and land. There is high risk to start a traditional business. Yes, you must dream, but you will also need warehouse space or perhaps real estate to start your business. In traditional business, oftentimes you need money and the capacity to negotiate. The difference is when you enter the business of Amway, we say, no, 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 no. You don't need capital. Listen up, new people. You don't need capital. Amway does not ask you to make an investment, not one investment. They do not ask you to make an investment. Your question may be, how do you mean? How is that so that it does not require an investment? Amway has all the capital it needs for you to construct your organization as big as you want it to be. You do this business without a capital investment, without machines, land, or employees. What I am saying is to be a traditional business person is not easy. And when you start to become a business person in network marketing, you will not need capital, employees, machines, overhead, warehouses, and land, but it will require distinct abilities. I'm going to tell you about these abilities you will use. To be a business person in network marketing will require me to make a journey that consists of an internal inventory of your character, which more than likely you will be doing for the first time in your life. For the first time in my life, I have to take a look at the inside of who I really am. Oftentimes, people stop at this point because it is too cold inside. At some point in your journey in network marketing, you must take an inventory of your true character. Who am I really? It does not matter how much the bank will lend you. It does not matter if you are from an affluent family. This business depends on your character. It depends on how you think, and it depends on how you feel. So ask yourself, how do I treat people? What is your opinion of other people? Do you look for the good in a person or do you look for the bad? Traditional education teaches us how to find happiness on the outside. We are educated to find our happiness on the outside. And that is why we're always looking for employment. That is why we look for someone to take care of us. That is why we look for someone to protect us. That is why we look to win the lottery. And that is why we look for an employer to have for life. This is why we look for businesses to get rich quick. That is why we want quick results to see if we get lucky. Maybe our life will change. Traditional education does not teach us about our character. We're educated to look for happiness on the outside. To look for happiness where? On the outside. Do you know why? Because they showed us starting as children that happiness is on the outside. Those of you who are newbies, do you know what type of person makes it to the level of diamond or higher? A diamond is a person that is happy. It is not a person who has money in the bank. It's a person that is happy. The first lesson of tonight: do not do the business of Amway to be happy. Be happy so that you can do the business of Amway. The happiest people in the world do this business. There is only one reason why we are happy. We are happy because this business will help us do an inventory of our character defects. This business will allow you to find your character defects and correct them. Would you rather correct them yourself or have someone else find them for you? So the question is, who are you? Network marketing will give you the opportunity to help you catch your character defects and then turn around and give you the chance to correct them. There is not one character trait that cannot be learned or fixed, not one. So it is important to ask the following questions. How do I think? How is it that I feel? What is my relationship with money? These are questions that the business will ask you. And these are spiritual questions. It's not material things. Forget about money because it is not a requirement to begin. Money is a spiritual belief. You will learn how to attract money. When you grow from within and advance your thinking, you will arrive to a point where you are spiritually able to become rich. If you do not learn how to grow or tap into your spirituality, you will never get out from where you are. This is something that is not easy to do because money will be the result of your spiritual growth. When I talk about spiritual growth, I'm not talking about religion. Spiritual growth is working on and developing your character of who you are as a person. Spiritual growth is a reflection of your character. And in this business, I am required to go through a different form of education because traditional education teaches us how to become an employee. One of the first things that you have to do is start to read. You have to start to educate yourself from new. You must connect to the educational program when you start. So tonight you will start to discover that you must use your head to take inventory of your personal life. This is where many people die because people say, oh no, it's too dark in there. I don't want to know how bad it is inside of me. For example, it scares people to know if they're happy or not because outside the majority of people live faking their happiness. I ask people, how do you feel? Are you happy? Yes. I think, well, communicate that to your face because that's not real. It's not real. It's not real. You can see it. It's not real. I was talking to a guy that wanted to do the business and I asked him if he was happy. He says yes and starts laughing. And I asked him, what makes you happy? How old are you? He said, I just turned 30. My wife is pregnant. It is my first child. It is my son that will give me happiness. The reality is, he's not happy. And that's a scary way to live your life. So when we are in front of a person that is not happy, that person will not be a good business person until they put in the work. Because when you become a leader, you must demonstrate to people the best version of yourself, the best version of who you are, your best smile, the best possibility for you to help, your best companionship, your best dreams. But if you're not happy, just recently, a manager of a bank came to my house and brought a friend and his wife. They were beautiful people. Both of them, beautiful, beautiful, well dressed, beautiful, and young. Look at the work that needs to be done with them. I sit with them and they tell me, we come to your house because they told us about you. I told them a little bit about the business, and the guy tells me he heard that it's possible to make a lot of money in this business. He then says, but I'm not interested in money. No, really, I'm not interested in money. What interests me is to continue talking with you. And he kept telling me that he does not care about money. What he does not know is that I read a book that says when someone tells you that they're not interested in money, what they're really trying to say is that I'm broke. I asked him, what did you study in college? He told me he studied economics, but money never interested him. And he would laugh. I knew he was in debt Listen, I'm not going to tell him, "You're just dumb, aren't you?" No, you can't do that. To him, he is not interested in money. What he's trying to say is he is in debt up to his neck and he's asking for help. Help me. I want to live like you. What I have to do is become the greatest listener I can be. I read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, and it says to let the other person talk. Become a good listener. If you are not a good listener, work on that character defect right away because it takes time to fix. Listen to the person talking, and they will tell you what their intentions really are. What I am hearing is that he has a bad relationship with money. I respond, "Tell me more." And I let him keep talking. One of the books that I read says riches are spiritual. And if you say that you're not interested in money and money is not important, money will never arrive into your life. It is incredible how many times he tells me that he's not interested in money. I'm sure that he is having problems where he works also because of the way he talks. He has problems being friendly because of his language. I have to alphabetize him, but first I have to listen. Part of your character inventory is developing the ability to listen. You have to learn how to listen to other people. Normally, new people do not know how to do this. You will see that listening is one of the fundamental principles of this business. And when you start the business, connect to the education program and don't do anything else. So at this time, I'm going to tell you what I do with my groups. They ask me, what do I have to do? I'm going to give them information and connect them to audios. You have at your fingertips the best tools to become a professional in the business of Amway. These tools will give you the ability to be competitive and to take network marketing seriously. All it takes is a decision to develop the discipline and the habits of diamonds, which start when you connect to the education program. You will have access to an app, and you will have access to material and your leaders that will point you directly to the information. The education program will take you through an inner inspection of yourself. Many people get burned when it's time to do this. If a person does not start their internal inspection with the education program, don't waste your time with them because they will not be able to do network marketing. They will not be able to transform in this business because it requires an inspection from within. You must start to fix your relationship with money. This is something that is very important. Money is spiritual. And another key is to understand that network marketing is not a business to help yourself. It is a business to help other people. Guess what we learn in traditional education? We were trained to only help ourselves. Traditional education programs teach us to help ourselves. When we start this business, we're programmed to only care about ourselves. Today, when I meet people, I'm interested in helping them. When I started this business, I began a journey from within where my job is to transform my character from a cocoon into a beautiful butterfly. We don't become saints, we become leaders. We become leaders. I want to talk about why we plug into the education program in order to become a leader. We educate ourselves, read books, come to the seminars, plug into the meetings, and listen to the audios so you can transform your character defects. This happens for a sincere reason. The secret why we live this process is so we can create an organization. You are going to bring people into the business, and those people will stay with you for the rest of your life. They will stay in your business for the rest of your life. So you have to become a professional. When you become a leader, you will have transformed into a professional. You are going to bring your group into the business so that they can get educated. It is not for 1 month and it is not for 15 days or for 15 years. It is a business where people will stay with you for the rest of your life. You will have in your group incredible examples where you begin to understand the process we go through. It is incredible that a person like me, with the story that I have, has created such a beautiful organization. You want me to share something with you that is very personal? The truth is, I spent 37 years looking for happiness on the outside. Looking for happiness on the outside. Looking for what? Happiness on the outside. For my birthday, I had leaders over at my house to celebrate, and one asked me, "How old are you?" My response was that that's really not important. If you want to know how old I am, my answer is that I have 8 years living. I have been living for 8 years. 8 years alive, 8 years living. And the group that was there listening liked my answer because it is the truth. It is the truth because I was half asleep before Amway. I was a zombie because a person who does not dream is a person who is sleeping. A person who is not dreaming is a person who is sleeping. And I lasted 37 years on the outside without dreaming. Do you know someone like that? This world is full of people that are not dreaming, people that are asleep in their life. I feel like a baby because I'm just learning to be happy. The first 37 years, I thought I was happy. But today I know the true meaning of happiness, and I only have 8 years of being happy. You will not be happy when you become diamond. Be happy now. Work on your internal growth so you can be happy now. When you hear a person named Jim Dornan, he will tell you that we do not sell in this business, and we do not even show you how to recruit. We do not talk about the products. What is it then that we show in Amway? We show you how to grow and wake up the leader you have asleep within you. That is why Amway can be difficult, because it is hard for people to see or teach that. Many people ask, why don't we talk about the products? The main reason we don't is because it doesn't have anything to do with your journey. If you do not understand that, let me say a prayer for you and me, because we do not understand anything about this business. I started to be happy when I listened to the audios. I can remember when I started the business, I began to dream. I had help. Groups get educated with the audios where leaders talk about the journey and what to expect. The system continues to show me what a beautiful business this is when other successful rich diamonds teach my groups through CDs. I love this business because other successful rich diamonds, who are all leaders, help me construct my organization. This does not happen on the outside. Outside, you have to do everything on your own. But now you're in a business where other people will help you. You have a team of brilliant leaders that are very competitive in this business. When we see the leaders and the character they have, you can feel the power, the professionalism that they have, and the beautiful people that they are. It will give your group the courage to be in a team like this one. I see the professionalism and the incredible job that they have done. I see strong leadership. I see people who love what they do. They do not want to leave the business. And why not? Because they're happy. Because they do not do this for money. They do not do this to put more money into their bank accounts. They do this with faith, hope, and love developed from within. These are ordinary people who did not believe that they would be able to have success in the beginning. They did not complain, but they put in hundreds of audios in their head, and they began to become the person that they are today. They have years forming their character and forming their leadership, forming their capacity to dream, and forming their attitude to become a business person. You have a marvelous team that will train you directly. They will give you the example where you learn how to construct this business with an incredible force. That is what diamonds do in the business of Amway. When I learn the stories of the leaders, I often think those are the leaders that the world needs. Those are the leaders that the world needs because they are authentic. I saw a teacher become diamond, and these are the stories that we love. The only thing that you have to see is the process of leadership and growth. It is for people to live a story. It is for people who are courageous enough to live a dream and to take inventory of their character defects. When I started the business, my leader was not diamond, but what he had in the inside, growth. He had a dream. And when I looked at his face, I asked him if he was going to do this big. He said yes. I thought, what if he's lying and this does not work? In my heart, I thought, okay, if it does not work, we'll just continue to be poor. But my upline had the right character, and he had done inventory with his character. He had been transforming his character and growing for 8 years. He learned how to listen to people and how to dream. He learned how not to kill the people with what you say. The beautiful thing is that you have the right to do it also. Everyone has killed people, but now it's time to forgive yourself. That is the growth on the inside. I remember signing up a woman in her mid 40s. She had long hair. A young man about 27 years old that was with her told me that he'd like the business. He looked like a model. So I told him, okay, so you'll sign up with your mother, right? No, we're married. She's not my mother. And I stood there like, huh, awkward. Well, who here kills people? I was an assassin. Why? Because I had to still grow on the inside. It's incredible. I could have had a group right there and I killed them all. I killed them all. It has happened a lot to me. One time I asked a woman, more or less, how many months pregnant are you? No, she told me, I'm not pregnant. If you've not seen the proof that she is pregnant, stay quiet. In the 3rd month, I signed up a woman that was tall. She was the queen, beautiful. Physically, she was a great person. She was beautiful. She had a boyfriend that was an engineer. They are both my friends today. One day I saw them in the supermarket. They were already in the business, and that day they had a baby with them. The baby looked like a doll, the cutest little thing. It looked like a doll. I thought the baby came from a channel on TV. I thought that was amazing. I asked them about the baby, and it was not their baby because there was infidelity. I didn't want to know anymore. I felt that they got upset with each other. God bless you. We are friends, but I have no idea where they are today. I kept going forward, but I had to stop being such a barbarian. I had to control my way of thinking and the way I acted. Those details are incredible, and it's incredible how fundamental the details have to do with the way you are. It all ties into your character. And finally, I learned how to sign up and contact people. It is your character. It has to do with the way you are and not with what you do. Ah, because there are people who tell me I work so hard and contact people, but when you look into the mirror and blow on it, the mirror reflects who you really are. I talk to the person and tell them that signing people up and contacting people has nothing to do with how much work you're putting in. It has to do with the person that you are. When you contact people, you kill them. When you sign up people, you kill them and the people leave the business. I'm not saying that you need to be a saint. Leadership is a reflection of your character, not the actions you take. So repeat after me. Leadership is a reflection of your character, not of how much action you take. Leadership is the forming of your character. For example, it is a reflection of you being authentic, not of acting like your neighbor. It is important in this business not to compare yourself to anyone else because they have been forming their character for years. You must bring out the best version of yourself. This can only happen if you are happy. You have to ask yourself starting today, am I happy? Go sit by yourself and say, I am happy. I am happy. It is something that you will feel. It is incredible when someone is happy. I am happy. If you are really happy, your mind can stay silent and you will feel proud. But if you are not happy, your mind will tell you, it will stick its tongue out at you because your mind knows there is something inside of you that says that it's not true. That is why when I was an employee, I was not happy. I was not content and I was not happy. You have to learn how to be happy. You have to learn how to be happy. You have to learn how to be happy. I had to learn how to be happy. The good news is when you work on your character, you will learn how to dream and learn to be authentic and learn how to smile at people. When you are working on yourself, things are going to come as your faith grows. There will come a time where you work a lot on your faith. And what is faith? Faith is knowing that you're going to do it. It does not matter if you get behind or in front of others. No, 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 no. You're going to get there. Be the example to your group. And when you grow your character, you will learn to be sincere. Sincere. You will do it because all happy people do things easily. It is easier to contact people when you're happy. It is easy to love people when you are happy, and it is easy for people to like you. When you are happy, it is easy to contact people. And guess why? Because happiness is an eternal force that converts into an image for people to see. The reality is there is not a lot of happy people. That is why when you're happy, people will say, "What is it with this guy? He's weird." You will contact people more easily. I contact people very easily, and I mean easily. I contact people easily because I feel happy and it comes from within. It's genuine. Young people fight to find out who they are because when you're happy, you will contact people easily and people will fall in love with you easier.